and shit. And like this one dude, his name is Papa Bear. He'll stay out 8 months and then go home from November until March. He will not go, he won't even touch it. But he's been with the company 20 years. I mean, what is all they gonna do? He's gonna say, hell no. You ain't did nothing for this company. That dude's been with the company 2 years and still looking young. Yep. Them dudes are getting like 60, 4, 5,
Oh, so these
5,
people, you said these people still, they actually still living in Africa, right?
Yeah, they still live. My other buddy, he lives in Trinidad. He hasn't been home. He probably went home.
Reconnect.
Okay, send me the link to the.
Hey there, everybody. Long time no talk.
Yeah.
I just thought about your brother Taalik, and as soon as I said it, is that you, brother Taalik? Yeah, that's me. What's happening with you, man? All right, what's happening with you? Just kicking back. Me, goddamn, that ass on the phone with you, man. You was up there chopping it up, man. I had 15 people calling me, man. And goddamn. I don't with this. I'm like, God, you just, boy, I'll tell you, man. I don't know, but I don't give a damn shit. You know what I mean? Shit. I don't give a damn stomach water. Right. Yeah, well, I just remember the last time I talked to you, man, it was all kind of commotion after the phone, like people, you know, back at home calling me with, you know, some childish bullshit and what have you and stuff. Right. Yeah. Hey, Sister Nova, how you been doing, lady?
I'm okay.
Good. Stay strong, though, woman.
I'm so depressed right now, not along with everybody else, but I don't feel depressed.
You're supposed to be who?
I'm supposed to be depressed, right along with everybody else, but I don't feel depressed at all. In fact, it's the opposite.
I hear that.
It's the opposite, actually. It's all right. I'm good here.
Yeah, if anything, the only thing that I'm concerned, of course, I don't want that to happen to nobody and whatever, but I got grandkids, you know.
I mean, I'm good here. I hear you, you know. I know you know. I know.
I don't want that to happen, you know.
I know.
I don't want that to happen to nobody. These people, I don't know them from a can of paint, you know, but.
I hear you.
Yeah, I know that brother Taalik was going to talk about it, so let me just, I'm going to shut up.
But living in fear ain't going to help nobody either.
No.
Ain't that it?
Living in fear, that's not going to help you either. So I can tell folks, you know, weeks ago, y'all better stop living in fear. And I can see it now. I can see people fearful. I mean, really fearful and desperate. You know, and that's what you don't want to be. You don't want to walk around in fear. You just want to stay calm and basically stay calm in this situation. You know. So, it is hot in here.
Yeah, and just, you know, just stay cool, calm, and collect, and just react to whatever comes. You have to go through, you know, all that old, you know, going all out the way, you know, responding all out the way, buying all the toilet paper in the world and hand sanitizer. I mean,
exactly.
but I'm glad we got everybody together this evening. This is the Reality Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. General discussion, of course. What's always in the news is the coronavirus, and I want to tell everybody this special edition of the Reality Temple is sponsored by the coronavirus. Do you have a cold? Is your muscles aching? Are you sneezing? You might just have the coronavirus. I would suggest to you to go to your local hospital and get a test. Check yourself out.
I'm seeing somebody that had the coronavirus. It's this damn pollen.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Sister Allison? We are live on Reality Temple on Earth channel, Sister Nova. You can see You can see the live stream on YouTube.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Whew.
But I'm gonna tell you, it's business as usual for me. I really haven't been affected by all this. It's business as usual. I just don't like your food choices is real poor out here now because they shut down all the restaurants and things. Yeah, your food choices is poor. Usually when
They didn't shut down Wendy's.
No, a lot of
Checkers, McDonald's. They didn't shut down Popeyes. They did not shut down American Deli. They did not shut down. Yeah.
Brother Taalik, I'm online with you. My bad. I kind of messed up. I'm online back. I'm back online.
Okay.
Okay. Just letting you know.
I don't know, for some reason you just automatically clicked in. Hey, what's up there, wise thinker? Yeah, but this is just general discussion, whatever. We can just talk about anything we want to talk about. A lot of us are under quarantine. This morning when I went live, I was shocked at all the people on live. I'm like, wow, where all these folks come? Then I remember, I think Alex liquor store still open.
Oh, yeah.
The liquor store still open. I bet the dope man still doing business.
Oh yeah, me and the brother I locally stay in contact with here was talking about that just last night, I believe. You know how that's not going out of business. That's gonna stay in operation. Especially now with them big stuff and talking about sending out them $1,200 stimulus checks. You know that's gonna be on jam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit, the dope man gonna probably, like somebody say, get him up to $600 credit. Cause he know he gonna get his money when that check day come.
Well, if that check day come, these people better not be playing no games, cause who knows how long this crap is gonna last here.
Right.
It just started, really. We don't know.
Right. And we don't know if them checks guaranteed to come to everybody.
Well, as far as I know, they are the Democrats are the ones that's keeping it from going through what it needs to do.
The Democrat, no, what it is that the reason they are blocking that because they don't want the Republicans to vote on nothing that will enable them wealthy corporations to gain more tax cuts and stuff like that and to give them more money to help keep them going. And so they want provisions that create protection against that. That's why the Democrats is holding that process up so everything could be on a equal balance level playing field.
Yeah.
As far as that situation goes. Yeah.
See, this is why I say, and see, folks always don't take nothing serious or whatever. Can you imagine if we was able to take control of a state and you can run and deal with the situation in the manner that you believe is in the best interest of your citizens? You don't have to wait on no federal government or nothing like that. You can go into your own coffers and do what you have to do for what's in the best interest of your citizens. But when you are at the hands of somebody else that's in control, it's just like when you drive in a car and you're a passenger. You're at the mercy of the person who's driving that car. If they feel they're ready to commit suicide and want to go off the bridge, you going with them. Because you don't control it. We don't control this. So whatever they do, we are at their mercy. You have no choice. The only thing we got to be in the car and you got a crazy ass driver at the helm of the vehicle, and whatever they decide to do, that's where you're going. And you should never want to put yourself in that kind of position. But the pro-black community and all the black folks, all these folks that talking all this crap, apparently they're so selfish and so into themselves, they're not really looking at the big picture. All they want to do is convert somebody to their slavery. And that's why we should not look to the black community, these black identity extremists. You should not look to them for no kind of guidance. And if they're not doing that, they're guiding you to some spook god that's gonna come out the sky and do something for you. I was on Facebook today, and these people got on my case, try to get on my case. They talking all this spiritual realm stuff. And I told them, will you stop it? Y'all too old for that Mickey Mouse fairy tale stuff. The spiritual. You ain't never been to no damn spiritual realm. And they talking about the degrees you have to get. The only degree you gonna get is a college degree if you go to college. You ain't gonna get no degree to do a damn thing in the spiritual world. Talking about we left the spiritual world and we gonna go back. You ain't never was in no damn spiritual world. It's made up garbage. And for me, I'm sick of it. It's not real. These gods are not real. Allah is not real. Yashua, all these gods is not real.
And none of these prophets, none of these divine prophets is real either.
No. Hey, somebody got a lot of feedback.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, you know, I was just looking at a video where he was practicing magic, black and white magic. You know, he had took a course from his school where he was learning how to. He was all up into that mysticism and stuff, the Hindu type teachings that come out of India and stuff like that, and that he was telling people that he had the power to heal their physical body paralysis and other illnesses and all that stuff, and that he even did, you know what I'm saying, magic drama shows or whatever, you know what I'm saying, you know, and what's going on after he even formed the organization called the More Science Temple of America, and you know, even a current follower of his teachings, you know, actually admitted that, you know, what he was teaching was, you know, he actually bore witness to the fact that that's what no duality was. You know, you could go on this channel called NPR or something. It's called New Black Knowledge, or NPK or something like that. New Black Knowledge. And they talk about that clearly. You know, so you know why all these pro-blacks involved in these, you know, mysticisms and these mythology and you know, philosophical teachings and all of that don't have no bearings on reality whatsoever when it comes to the true survival purposes of humanity. You know what I'm saying? You know, they just lost. And they being misled, and also it's all in one whole cloak, you know, even including the criminal, you know, elements that go with it, you know? So, I mean, when you get yourself involved in these type of organizations, you know, you already worse off than you was even when you was in Christianity under pale slave master, you see? So, you know, like I say, man, basically, you know, we more into the darker stages as a people than we ever been, even than when we was in what you call chattel slavery.
Right.
You know, so I mean, we have reached all kind of new lows at this point in our time as a group of people in this country. And during this particular period of time of what's going on, everybody else, I guarantee you, as a group of people in this country, is prepared to deal with this thing in a more better way than we are when it comes to survival. Because if it get that just that bad, the first people that's going to, you understand, crumble is going to be the so-called Negro in America.
Right.
Because we don't have no backbone, no foundation to go against this.
Nothing.
In any kind of way. And we've been talking about this from this platform over the past couple of years, you know. And I mean, it's like people just don't seem to get it.
No.
So, you know, whatever happens, just happens, you know.
Absolutely.
Like you said earlier in the video I saw that you made, we just got to live the best we can.
Yeah.
You know? And don't let that affect us to the point where it stampede our personal growth. And what we need to do to carry out our survival mechanisms by our own selves and for whatever families we have personally that we got to look out for, whatever. You see what I'm saying? Because the rest of that bull crap don't matter at the end of the day.
Uh-huh.
You know? And like you said, all we could do is just live until we finally die.
Yeah.
Which everybody got that day coming.
Right.
You know, ain't no question about that. But, yeah, I just, you know, want to give somebody else a chance to have the mic, too, you know. Because I know brother Gary and sister Nova got some things they want to say as well.
Yeah.
God, they focus crap going on with this coronavirus and all this stuff that the political
all I got to say is, you know, don't walk around in fear. That's all I got to tell you. Don't right. Don't let them do it to you. Don't let them Don't let them do it to you. The hell you walk around here thinking you're gonna die from the coronavirus. You know, and none of us on this platform, on this live stream, is gonna die from the coronavirus. Okay? Exactly. Some of us gonna die from some other stuff going on with us, but it ain't gonna be the damn coronavirus. I can tell you that. Whatever it is, we gonna succumb to it. So why be scared anyway? Exactly.
Hey, I know.
Exactly.
I know some Negroes would rather me get shot than die by the coronavirus. That's too slow.
Right, exactly. Right.
That's a damn shame.
Like that wannabe gangster rapper, or what's her name, Cardi B?
Yeah.
She talking all that gangster stuff in her rap. And this and that, but she's scared of the coronavirus. Yeah, scared of the coronavirus. Man, these folks are true. Right.
Oh, I heard that guy, that brother, what's his name, Prince Dynasty, Amira, whatever his name is, that search for his hero brother.
Yeah.
He's recovering from the coronavirus.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he put on his post, hey, this ain't no joke. I'm recovering from this crap, feeling bad here.
Is he in Africa right now, or is he in the
I don't know, they didn't say.
Okay.
Oh, but I was told your melanin is supposed to protect you from the coronavirus.
Right, exactly, right.
I was told that the pineal gland, matter of fact, if you get the coronavirus, you can fly out of your body, astral projection, fly out your body, and wait till your body heal up and go back once it's over.
Right.
Who Negroes believe anything?
Yeah.
I'm in the wrong business. I should make me up a religion.
Right.
I'm gonna call it Albertaism. Sister Nova, Albertaism.
Oh my goodness. Somebody told me that God is angry with us. That's what somebody told me. Somebody told me that.
This God stay angry, don't he?
And don't he though? Exactly.
But he don't do nothing. But he don't do nothing to the damn people that's really the troublemakers.
Yep.
You know, killing everybody except the ones that really behind the damn trouble.
Oh, that's what I was told.
Now the ultimate troublemaker is supposed to be this devil, Satan guy, and he don't bother him at all.
Nope.
Yeah, brother, go to that channel. It's called, when you get a chance later on, go to that channel. It's called New Black Knowledge. And they got that video about no duality being exposed. That's all I want to tell you as far as that.
Yeah. Where you at, Gary? Is Gary gone?
Probably this damn degree when you get to the spiritual realm. Right. That's what you leave.
And you know what kills me is all these people. Now it's only one person, and I think, well, I know my sister Nova know who I'm talking about. It's only one person that I know of that I've ever interacted with on social media that talk all this spiritual stuff, and they talk to me like they got sense, and they talk, you know, they just stay cool and composed no matter what I say. You know how it is, some of these spiritual people. Yes, my brother, and the love of the angel shall fall upon thou. And when thou come, you know, it's one sister that's good at that. You know, she's spiritual, she decodes stuff, and she's the only one that don't act like a silly Negro. Everybody else, when I talk and bring this stuff to them, they start falling apart. Oh, you Negro, you silly, you stupid, you like whatever. They can't hang. What kind of spirituality are you practicing? Because I don't see what it has done for you as an individual. You still act like a Negro. And you probably gonna come off YouTube talking all that spiritual stuff and go straight to the damn dope house. And what is spiritual about you if you putting a penis in your mouth and licking on somebody's booty? What kind of spirituality is that? Because spirituality, I thought, supposed to take you to a higher level. Licking booty and sucking somebody's genitalia is not taking nobody to no higher level.
Eating shit chips.
Right. Sorry, I don't mean to offend, because I know some of y'all into that kind of stuff.
Right. And they still doing it, just like this. Like the governor of New York kept complaining about crowds of people gathering in parks in New York City and stuff, and not following the order of staying a distance at 6 feet or whatever, and stuff, and all that. People just gonna do what they gonna do anyway.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people just gonna do what they gonna do anyway. So, you know, I mean,
you really, I mean, it's millions. It's what, 300 million people in this country? How you gonna control 300 million if they say I'm not doing it?
Right.
You know.
Right.
If we die, we die. You know what you gonna do?
Right. Exactly.
My mama always said you gotta die from something. Who give a damn?
Right.
I'm on until that day come. I'm gonna enjoy myself. And there's a lot of people who think that way. So what? You know, gotta die from something. So what? And you know, some of these folks they don't like being locked up in the house all day. They can't stand it. They want to go out, sit on the porch, or, you know, some people just walk around the mall. Hey, you're not gonna buy a damn thing. Just go to the mall just to be walking around. You know.
Right.
Don't have no money in your pocket going to the mall. You know, I can't do it myself. When I go to the mall, it's for a specific purpose. I go grab what I want, get the hell out of it, because I don't like being around people anyway.
Right.
I really don't. Because things is unpredictable. I just don't, you know, people, I don't trust large crowds. I don't like being around a lot of people.
Right.
I just don't like that. Because the only thing it take is for somebody to shoot off a gun and you got a stampede on your hands.
Yeah.
And you'll get trampled. If you fall on the floor, you good as dead. Because they'll trample you. They full of, you know, people are scared, full of fear. And I got a video where this person was stumped to death. I mean, I think it was at Walmart. They stumped the hell out of this person. And it wasn't even because of something dangerous. It was one of those Walmart stores, and you know, one of those Black Friday sales or whatever, and everybody standing outside the door waiting to get in. And they rushed the door when they opened the store, and somebody fell and they trampled the people to death. And on the video, you just seen the people. They didn't give it. They just smashed the person. Just kept stumping them. I'm like, damn. I don't like being around crowds like that anyway. So it's not good. But yeah. So how has this affected you, Brother Gary, as far as what you're doing? Has it affected you in any kind of way? Brother Gary.
No, it hasn't affected me, bro. No, it hasn't affected me. Not in a significant kind of way. I mean, it seems like, being a truck driver, as you know, what have you, stuff, things are just pretty much the same for me. As far as me observing things, the things are different.
Yeah.
You know, like when we go to the Iron Skillet, I don't eat to the Iron Skillet that much, or I go to the Country Fried, or whatever. You know, of course, you can't eat out and dine out.
No.
You go to Popeyes, you gotta order what you gotta get, and they take you, you know, they prepare the food for you, and then they hand you inside the, you know, take-out bag and you out.
Yeah.
You know, but as far as affecting me, same to me. When I come home, I go see my kids, I see my mama, I see my dog.
Yeah.
And I enjoy life. You know me, I go home, talk shit, and be with my partners and shit, drink beer, and shit, enjoy life. So it hasn't affected me. I still think it's serious, though, because,
Yeah.
you know, that motherfucker can fuck you up.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm glad you said that, because I want people to know here, even though I'm laughing and joking a little bit about this thing, I don't wish, I'm not wishing no harm on nobody, and it's not nothing to laugh at, but also at the same time, it's not about living in fear. Being scary, because being afraid, being scary is not going to make the coronavirus or anything. If you get any kind of ailment, being afraid is not going to make it go away. It's still going to be there. It's not going away.
Well, what this is, I mean...
Huh? What's going on here? Well, we got Legend in the house, and of course Alliston, and we got Wise Thinker in the chat room. Are you, Sister Nova, are you monitoring us on YouTube? Sister Nova. Yeah, brother, tell him you go ahead and do your video lecture.
Okay. Well, I mean, you know, yeah, man. I mean, basically, man, it's like this here, man. You know, I've talked to people on my since this coronavirus hit, or I've talked to other people, you know, and it's like this, man. You know, like you say, there are some of us who ain't fearful about this, and that is accepting reality to whatever degree that is, and it is some that's simply scared.
Yeah.
You know, and Like I said, I talked to one of my family members, and I had to console her, you know, like, look, just take it in stride, be cool, you know. We all ain't gonna die yet.
Right.
But, I mean, you know, hey, because, you know, everybody pissed off with this guy Trump, too, you know, because of the way he handling things with this situation, and which, of course, is understandable. And, I mean, but, man, you know, we got to do what we got to do at the end of the day, because, like you said, when someone else is in power and control over the situation, we can't expect from them no more than what they gonna do anyway. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, what we got to do is we got to create our own path, you know, to be able to, you know, make sure that everybody is secured in the right, proper way.
Right.
When it's a situation like this going on, you see what I'm saying? And, you know, this is the reason why we keep continuously bringing up the Mississippi campaign ideal. You know, because that definitely has a lot of bearing to even when it comes to dealing with a situation like this, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, when you're under control of when you're under the control of somebody else, I mean, they can do whatever they want to do to you.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, look at how they, you know, I heard like in Rikers Island in New York, how they issuing out food to inmates on dirty, nasty trays, you know? I'm thinking even without using gloves. If my understanding is correct, you know? And, you know, Rikers Island is one of the most notorious lockups in the United States. And they talking about closing that bad boy down like 6 years from now. They need to go and close it down now. But, I mean, you know, yeah, it's I mean, them inmates is all packed up like Siamese twins and cells up in there. And, you know, anybody can catch the virus.
Yeah.
Just because they within that close distance to each other, you know, and all kind of crazy stuff going on. So it's really bad if you're incarcerated in the United States.
Yeah.
As well as I hear things that's going on in other countries, too, when it comes to that situation with incarceration and coronavirus being connected, you know, or intertwined, you see. But yeah, this is definitely a situation that I mean, when you under somebody else's control, anything can happen, you know. And under this, you know, they got the powers where they can declare martial law if they want to. Then what you gonna do?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know. But see, the thing about it is that Negroes don't understand, and even the average rest of humanity don't understand that doo-doo stinks. You know, I mean, but especially the so-called Negro American, because we ain't never, you know, had no foundation to come together on nothing anyway.
Right.
To secure protection for ourselves or around our families, women and children. You see what I'm saying? And see, this is why when you get these so-called pro-blackity-black idiots talking, you know, and all this stuff talking about where this is a divine plague, and, well, listen, how about this? Your ass going down with this divine plague as well.
Yeah.
So you ain't gonna be left out. When they take everybody to the grave of the ravine, you going right along with everybody else. So what is your purpose on earth anyway? To be talking about you know, this is a divine plague from whatever God you claim to worship or believe in and all this. What is your purpose on earth then? To suffer? Or to, you know, to introduce somebody else to your idiotic idea so you can have some damn slaves, like you say?
Right.
You know, so, like I said before, man, I really, I'm at the wits to the point that I use she don't even watch the pro-black YouTubers no more. You know, I recently just went and looked at Eric Muhammad's video from Sunday, and to see, man, they still talking about the Bible and all this other stuff. Why this crazy coronavirus situation thing going on? You know, like what are y'all doing to prepare for this? And y'all supposed to be a nation, right?
Yeah, right.
According to your teachings of the Nation of Islam, but what are y'all doing to prepare for this? Obviously, even in Farrakhan's camp and all these other different factions of the Nation of Islam, what is y'all doing to prepare?
They ain't nothing but a church. They ain't preparing nothing.
There you go.
This God is gonna come out the sky, the mother plane or whatever. They ain't gonna prepare for nothing.
You know what? Listen, check this out. Every temple or every place that they call a temple or mosque that they teach out of, they might as well replace that MF with that MF crescent and moon with a cross.
Right.
They might as well.
Might well.
Yeah, they might as well. At least Farrakhan and them doing it. You see when you look at those talk, they got a Christian Scientology cross posted up behind him whenever he's speaking. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, they might as well all put a cross on top of their mosques and temples or they storefront temples, wherever they teaching out of. They just put a cross on top of that mug and just be real and say, look, this ain't nothing but another form of Christianity and we gonna keep it moving. And that's it.
Right.
You know, stop playing games, man. You know, stop playing games for real. This and that includes the Moore Science Temple of America too.
Yeah.
And the so-called 5% nation and all that other crap. you know, just put a cross on top of your buildings.
Hey, you know what I noticed? It might just be me. I don't know. I could be wrong. I come on here. I never said I'm Mr. 1000%. I never said that I'm Mr. Perfect or nothing like that. I'm just making an observation here because I have been told, and I'm pretty sure many of you out there in coronavirus land, you've been told that the black man is a warrior. Black folks are so great. They created the pyramids and did all these fantastical stuff, okay? That's what I was told. Warriors and gods, and you're so great. So now, okay, I'm looking at the history, because y'all history buffs too. Negroes love them some history. They love to do your research, get the information. Okay, well, I'm making an observation. Now check this out. I was just thinking. Let's go back to old Europe, and I think they had to deal with what was called the Black Plague or the bubonic plague. And the bubonic plague or the Black Plague, I think they said it wiped out like 3/4 of Europe or something to that effect. It was a large population of Europeans that was killed by this disease. And I want you to take in consideration all these plagues and diseases these Caucasian people had to deal with since the time of the Black Plague. Now, if you notice, even though these Europeans went through the Black Plague, N1H1, SARS, whatever the damn disease is, the measles, whatever the disease is, you notice. Now, when you're dealing with a disease, that means people are getting sick and people are dying, including the rich, the poor, the president. It don't make no difference. You get sick and you die. Now, if you notice, even though these Europeans had to fight deadly diseases and plagues, you notice that they have kept these Africans and all these black folks in check, even when they weak. Even when they sick and dying, they still able to keep the Africans and the people on the islands and dumb Negroes in America still keep all these melanated, carrying ass folks in check. And they sick.
You know what? Oh, excuse me for cutting you off. Hey, it's a good thing you have brought that up, brother, because I was just sitting, as you was talking, I'm just letting it marinate, and it take me back to all the other stories you hear about Europe, like the Dark Ages in Europe, the bubonic plague, and I think the Spanish plague, or something
Spanish
like
flu,
that. Yeah, the Spanish flu and all this, but yet the Europeans still kicking everybody else's ass all around the planet Earth.
Right.
Colonizing their continents and countries and all kind of stuff.
Right.
In them type of conditions?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
That's what I'm tripping off of.
Yeah.
They're not even healthy, and they're kicking these folks in the ass.
Right, exactly.
And you gonna come to me talking about, oh, the black folks is gods and what the Africans done and so great. You getting your ass kicked by people even when they sick. You can't do nothing with them when they sick and dying. You can't do nothing with them.
Oh, don't forget they walking on all fours with tails sticking out their behinds and you understand uncivilized and all this. Yeah. And they still dominating the planet Earth even then. Come on, man.
Right.
Oh man.
See, I'm not those feel good stories. If you want to hear feel good stories, this is not the place to be. This is the reality of it. The reality is these people kicking dark skinned folks, melanated folks ass all over the world, even when they sick. What does that say about you?
Exactly. Right.
Oh, you too busy going to the spiritual realm.
Right.
That's what they're doing. And even those Africans, you know, they off into that spirituality, voodoo, and all these demons and spirits, they into that too. So while you off into the spiritual world, these peckerwoods are taking control of the real world.
The real world is called power.
Yeah.
The control mechanism that you understand no one else but them got going on. Yeah. Obviously.
Let me tell you something about your spiritual world. When them peckerwoods come knocking on your door, talking about you owe taxes, what do your spirituality do? When they knock down your door, talking about they looking for your drug dealing ass son, what do your spirituality do for you? Matter of fact, what do your spirituality do against your neighbor's dog that keep pooping on your lawn? All this stuff. If this stuff was doing something for us, I wouldn't have a problem. You involved in activity, you are involved in beliefs that do nothing for you except give you a false sense of power, a false sense of being something. It's not real. These people kicking your backside even when they sick. So what the hell can you do with them when they are healthy and well? Like right now, see, look. For example, if you in the boxing arena or any sports or whatever, and you learn that your opponent is sick, you're gonna take advantage of it. Because when you're sick, you can't perform as well as you are when you're healthy. When somebody find out, they find out that Kobe sprained his ankle or something like that, they said, we need to take advantage of that. Kobe Bryant's leg is hurt. And you take advantage of it so that you can win. Because if Kobe is healthy, your chances of winning is real low. Here we are, the gods and the warriors and all like that. Right now, you in a position to put yourself in a position to take advantage of these people when they fighting a disease, when they sick, and you can't do it. You can't do it. So I don't want to hear all that king and queen and you a god or whatever. Yeah, really. That's not what reality is showing us. It's not. Reality is showing a whole different picture. Now I don't know what you looking at, and you can say whatever you want out your mouth, but when it's all said and done, the Peckerwood told you to stay in your house, and that's where your happy ass is right now.
The practice of martial law in progress, everyone. Practice drill for martial laws in process, everyone.
This is
to those of you who are also conspiracy theorists. Oh man.
This here is nothing compared to what martial law would be.
Right.
It's nothing. Because when you looking at martial law, you can't even go to the grocery store. You will be given rations, a little bit of beans, a little bit of rice, things of that nature. And your curfew, this little curfew that you're dealing with, ain't nothing compared to a curfew when you're looking at martial law. And they will not be playing with you. You can be shot dead on sight. They're not gonna be playing with you. You ain't gonna be going to no damn beaches. They'll blow you away right on the beach and let the pelicans and gulls and all that kind of stuff eat your body. Won't even bury you. I saw a video not too long ago. They murdered these people, didn't even bury them, just left them on the beach, and all those seabirds and other stuff was eating the bodies. That is what the reality is right here at your back door. Because America is not invincible. I keep telling you on this platform, anything can happen in the world that would change your life forever. When the European first came to the shores of this country and those natives was looking at them, they did not know that was the beginning of the end of their world. They didn't know it. Life as they knew it would never be the same again. Life as we know it will never be the same. Even these Caucasian people that live here, life as you know it will never be the same again. We don't want to heed no warnings. We want to keep playing games. We don't take nothing serious. Well, the thing about reality is, it bites you in your ass. And you have to deal with it whether you like it or not. And we keep talking about our grandbabies, our grandchildren, and blah, blah, blah. You're not doing nothing to change the direction of this, where this country and this world is going. They are not going to have a beautiful future. The martial law and all these other things that we conspire about, have these conspiracy theories, should they come true within the next 20, 30 years, your children aren't prepared. And see, really, you don't care, because most of us, a lot of us, we gonna be dead or close to death 20, 30 years from now. So you really don't care anyway, because you get to drink your liquor, you get to play on YouTube, and you get to have your fun. It's not gonna be fun for your grandchildren and great-grandchildren. The world as we know it will never be the same. This world that we live in right now has never always been here. The world we live in right now was created by oil, the discovery of oil, the Industrial Revolution. Not even 200 years old. There are people right now who's still alive. When they was a child, there was no cars. There was no radio. There was no electricity. It's still a few people that's alive when they was children There was no cars, there was no radio, there was no cable, there was no Facebook. That didn't exist. And the world that they knew changed overnight. This hasn't always been here, and it's not a natural way of life. This is a new way of life that is contrary to the laws of nature. This we don't understand. We should not have to go to a grocery store and buy no damn food anyway. You shouldn't have to depend on nobody for water and shelter anyway. But when you become civilized, you take your independence away from yourself, and now you depend on those who are in authority and control of that civilization. That's what we have allowed to do. So now we are in a position where you cannot even feed yourself. You can't even get yourself a glass of water. Somebody else run the pipe. Somebody else makes it so that you can get a glass of water. You should be able to go out and get your own glass of water. You don't produce nothing in your house. Nothing. Even somebody like Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey has a lot of money. She's a billionaire. She don't produce nothing for herself, except I think she likes to garden. She grows a few fruits and vegetables. Oprah Winfrey has enough funds. She can produce her own cows, her own vegetables, everything that she needs. But she don't have that type of mentality, because even though she's a billionaire, she's going to allow somebody else to take care of her. So Oprah Winfrey is a slave, a rich slave. So what do you do when there's no water? What do you do when there's no more beans? What do you do? What do your money mean? And there's no water. There's no beans. There's no steak. Your money don't mean anything. And that's what this country is going to have to face. All your money, and there's some of y'all, I'm going to collect gold and silver. You think, always looking for something to save you. You can't eat gold. You can't eat silver. You can give people all the gold and silver, but if they don't have nothing to eat, what do it mean? You're living in a situation where your fresh water is getting lower. The soil that you need to grow food is blowing away. Your situation is getting worse and worse because of how we're living. We're not living naturally. You're putting plastic in the ocean, and the fish and the marine life getting filled up with plastic. You think that this is not going to come to a head sooner or later? I hope to be dead. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. But your grandchildren and the grandbabies that you claim you love, they're going to be eating fish full of plastic. Hell, we're eating it now. We're eating fish with plastic. We're eating all kinds of hormones and steroids, all kinds of stuff. And we keep talking about this coronavirus. These other ailments have not gone nowhere. You still die from heart attacks and diabetes and brain aneurysms, cancers, and the list goes on and on. And a lot of it is caused because we're consuming all these toxins. I did a video earlier today, and again, condolences goes out to the family of Lalo Africa, who wrote a popular book called African Holistic Health. He was 71 years old, and I was told he looked so beautiful, had a pretty beard, nice clear skin. You know, he teaching all that wonderful dietary, how to be healthy. He died at 71. When it's your time to leave, I don't care if you're a vegan, or you practicing African holistic health or whatever you're doing. Then you have somebody who don't give a damn, like my uncle, who ate out of trash cans all his life and drank liquor all his life, and he lived to be like, what, 92? We always looking for a savior. Jesus, Muhammad, some kind of diet, the spiritual realm. That's not gonna help you none. The only thing gonna help you is to accept the situation that you're in, the reality of it. And when you understand the reality of your situation, you can deal with it in the best manner that you can. Some things will be. Some things are out of our control. Maybe it's to the point where it's the end of humanity. There's nothing none of us can do about it. Your vegan diet, your spiritual realm, there's nothing else gonna stop that. And it don't mean nothing. There are many animals that have been here on the planet, been here and went extinct. The human being is not special. You can be here and go extinct just like any other life form that's been here. Now in your fantasy world, that's different. But in the real world, bye-bye, hasta luego, hasta la vista, sayonara, assalamu alaikum, abaragani, all that kind of good stuff. See you in the spiritual realm, because you damn sure ain't gonna be here. That's all I gotta say, bro.
Yeah, I want to also piggyback on something else. You had mentioned now, I was just, hopefully it ain't slipped my train of thought, but anyway, I was thinking like, you know, all these, well actually it did slip my train of thought, but I was just show you, man, I might have Alzheimer's too, brother. But you don't have to wait till you get 70 or 80 to catch Alzheimer's. Right. And I know it runs in my family deeply. So, but yeah, anyway, you know, I'm thinking like, damn, now you got all this crap going on, and all these spiritual leaders and teachers and religions, you know what I'm saying? You don't see none of them making no effective preparations. But like you said, other than depending on the politicians to do the work. Yeah. Well, you know, I say good luck with that. And some of them politicians, I have to say, are doing the work from, you know, the out of the true concern of their hearts for fellow humankind. But most of them is trying to profit off of this situation also. That's why they having so much of a hard time getting that stimulus bill passed successfully, far as I still know, you know. But it's just crazy, you know, when we don't have the mentality to say, look, we got to take control of our own destiny. Yes. I guess even when Garvey said that almost 100 years ago, people still to this day can't get that phrase of the message. You know, we got to take control of our own destiny. And it's as simple as that. Else, depending on somebody else, we can look to die faster. Since you're so goddamn scared of dying anyway, worried about dying, I mean, you know, when you don't take control of your own destiny, you might as well just go ahead and, you know, prepare for your burial, you know? Yeah. I mean, because this just don't make no sense. I mean, and people got all these, you know, fictitious ideals, mythological ideals, you know, like Noble Drew Ali, you know, who claimed he had the power to heal ones from sickness. Well, where's all these healers at? These divine prophetic healers. How come they just can't come through and just cure everybody who's still alive dealing with this coronavirus, and we'll be done with this crap. So everything can go back to so-called usual then, right? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, come on, man. I mean, let's be real. You know, and to those who got a halfway sound open mind to reality, this is what I want to send out there to y'all. Just marinate. Let what we're saying from this platform, let it marinate into your mind. And just think about them people like Farrakhan, you know, and other different so-called spiritual leaders that claim to have powers to, you know, affect human change for real in this world. And ask them, what are they doing with them powers?
Right.
Put them on blast. Make them be held accountable for these false claims they making. This is the time to really do it.
Right.
Since this is a worldwide epidemic too we're dealing with, I mean, this is a good time to do it. This is a very perfect time to do it. Ain't no waiting. Don't put no hold on it. Make it happen.
Make it happen.
Yeah, you know. Because, I mean, this is, I mean, you know, as it say, for those of you who claim to believe in the Bible, like the Nubians say, you know, as they say, truth shall prevail and falsehood shall perish. But of course, as we know, dealing with the nature of the universe, that's going to happen anyway. So we don't even need a man-made book to confirm that.
Yeah.
See, but the thing about it is that we need to really understand what we're dealing with when it comes to this situation. If you're going to continue on living in spooky land, or which some will refer to simply as spookism, or if you're going to continue on or graduate to living in reality. That's what time it is. It's either one or the other, and that's it. Like they say, going back to the so-called Bible, it say you can't live for two masters. You can't serve two masters. Well, yet that's how they say it.
Right.
Well, when you living in spookism and then claiming to live in reality, you're serving two masters.
Right.
So pick which one you gonna serve and be done with it. Because with that type of mentality, when you're talking about the future is supposed to be about the children, well, you already messing the future up for the children with that mentality.
Yes.
You see, so, I mean, I'm just saying, you know, you people got your priorities mixed up. You really got your priorities mixed up with life in general. And as this continues on, you know, it's going to come to an end where life for humanity on this earth will no longer be the same, period. And it can happen 10, 20 years from now, 30, 40 years from now, but eventually it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because it's always, for thousands of years, it's always been a replenishing in this earth. Other types of forms of humans have came before us. Where are they at? The Neanderthal, or the ones that was, I think, in the Ice Age, and these other different other type of civilizations, different humans that you know, evoluted in different types of other forms than what we are now as human beings, you know. Where are they at? Obviously, they didn't do something right because they ain't here. So you think the same thing don't apply to us? Come on.
No, you got melanin in your skin.
I'm just throwing something out there. I'm just giving you something. I'm just giving the audience. I'm just giving you something to think about. That's all.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to browbeat nobody. and this and that, like the so-called pro-black conscious ones want to browbeat people with their so-called supreme knowledge and wisdom and all that. I'm just saying, I'm just throwing something out there.
Yes.
As a fellow concerned human, I'm just throwing something out there. That's all, just for you to see. So, I mean, take it how you want to, even run with it however you want to, but just at least try to think about it, you know? And just look at the realness, you know, to just actually look at the realness of it. Because the realness of it is definitely contradicting to the way that many of you are living when it comes to living in fantasy land. You know, and living in fantasy spookism, you know, like religion. You know, thinking that, you know, magic, black and white magic gonna save you, thinking that even voodoo is gonna save you. Some of you say that some of our ancestors who were supposed to have came from Africa that practiced voodooism used it sometime to kill the slave master. Well, that's hard to believe when all the slave masters could have been killed by that.
Right.
Because they still remained in slavery for over 300 years. So I'm just saying, you know, I'm just throwing something out there, you know, just for you to just really think about, you know, because this is just bunch of crazy stuff, you know, that y'all got going on as a people, you know, and it's terrible.
Yeah.
You know, it ain't all this stuff ain't stopping you from being overpopulated in them prisons and jails across the country. Got us packed up in there like Siamese twins and all that kind of crap, where they abusing you, treating you like you a below wild animal. You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling you about a little earlier, how they feeding people food off them nasty unsanitized trays in Rikers Island in New York City. You know, and all that kind of stuff. I mean, this is the type of people you're dealing with that has control over your lives.
Right.
And not just institutionally, but in the so-called outside free world. Look at how like you was talking about earlier. Look at how the choice of foods have become bad for us.
Yeah.
Because of this coronavirus thing. We can't even order what we want to. Because we got somebody in control telling us that right now we ain't gonna be able to do that until further notice. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, this is the reality we're living in. Whether we in jail, incarcerated in some institution, or outside them barbed wires that surround them institutions where people are incarcerated at, we ain't free. That's the bottom line of that. Wake up. Wake up, family. Like Saru said, he say, family, wake up. Black power, family, wake up. I mean, I'm just saying, you know. And where's these people at who scream that black power stuff? I don't hear nobody getting out there coming with no effective suggestions or solutions from the Black Power family clique. Where they at? They all headed in the house quarantine too?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just right. I mean, so yeah, man. But
yeah, because I know that I think her name is Michi X. She was talking about, you know, the quarantine, you know.
Yeah. Right.
And you know, they was a lot of those people are doing debates and conferences, and that messed up their money and the things that they want to do, because a lot of places you can't gather more than 10 or 50 people now.
Right.
So you might as well cancel your event, because you can't make no money if only 10 people show up.
Right, exactly.
You know, and that's what it's really all about with them, is, you know, making money, you know. So
like I said before in this video, earlier. You know, we can only live as individuals and as humans, period. We can only live the best way we can and try to create a respectable, sacred path for ourselves in this life until the day we check out.
Yeah.
Or how they say, another street terminology they use, clock out, you know?
Yeah.
Shoot, because it's going to be what it's going to be, you know? So that's the situation to that. And, I mean, hey, accept it and, you know, just deal with it. I mean, you know, like sisters say, you ain't got to fear death. Because it's like, I mean, you're doing all this other stuff. You're out here abusing crack cocaine, meth, marijuana, other forms of drugs that could kill you, heroin. You know what I'm saying? Whether you agree or not. You know, you're out here doing all this other stuff, taking chances on death, you know, knocking at your door. So why worry about that anyway? With this thing called coronavirus, I mean, why worry about that? You drinking up a storm, you know, not caring how much you consume that could kill you, you know, and all this other stuff, you know. You're out here, you know, caught up in the streets, you know, shooting at each other, killing each other over nonsense. Like some brother got killed here in Lincoln, Nebraska just last weekend outside a bar tavern downtown. You know, over some BS argument. Started over an argument and they killed him. Shot him right in the broad in front of everybody where they could see. Police that caught him, I guess they gonna charge him or whatever and make an example of him, because usually stuff like that around here don't happen like you do in other bigger cities. But yeah, you know, and plus this place here, I come to find out yesterday, you got a bunch of Negroes that hang out up in there. Now, how would this world be if we actually ruled it? With the mentality we got, I must say, it'll be a lot more worse than what you see right now. And that's just the reality of it. If we can't come together in certain social small gatherings and get along with each other, millions of us throughout this country, how in the hell is we going to get along with each other then? With the position of rulership. And that's directed as well to y'all in the pro-black conscious community who are always talking about the black man should come into his own or take his rightful place as a ruler in the earth. You ain't even got the mentality to do that.
Right.
You know? So, I mean, like I said before, you know, it's like, man, you know, you really have already, you know, compromise your own priorities, you know. But yet, you know, when somebody bring this to you, you know, oh man, y'all just hating, oh man, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Oh man, y'all just, y'all, what have y'all done for the cause or for the revolution or for the people or what have y'all, man, you know, that's why all that bull crap, I stay away from Black YouTube. You know, that's why I stay away from it, you know. And like, I'm going to say this also, too. You know, we quit to keep blaming white folks for our problems. You know, let me tell you something. 99, at this point in time in 2020, 99% of our problems is because we bring it on us. Do I need to repeat that, audience? 99% of black people's problems in America is because they bring it on themselves. You know, whether you accept it or not, as a fact, that's on you, but I'm just letting you know. We ain't in 1865 no more. Wake up. I mean, simple as that. We're not in 1913. We're not in 1920. Wake up. And it's just that simple. You know? I mean, you know, I suspect that I could get killed by another person that got the same skin color as me before I get killed by someone that don't look like me. There's more chances of that happening. That's why you got a lot of black people moving, as you call, to the suburbs or to the white neighborhoods or whatever. So what? They just want to go somewhere where they can feel safe with them and their families. Where they ain't got to walk out in front, sitting on their porch while they trying to enjoy some nice weather and be caught in a slew of shootouts between a bunch of ignorant Negroes. You know, who want to live like that? Is that the black world y'all talking about y'all want to live in? To those of you that are pro-black conscious, that ain't even changed from that kind of mentality anyway. So, I mean, you know, I just wanted to throw that out there and let you know how pathetic you sound. You know, when you want to be talking about what we need to take rulership. You know what? I'd rather things remain like it is now. And you can call me Uncle Tom or Coon all you want to for saying that. Because the reality is, if Negroes are in a position to run anything, shit is going to, excuse my French, but it's just going to be more haywire than what it is right now. 1,000%. And with that, I rest my mic. Give your brother a chance to say what he got to say.
And on that note,
what happened to Sister Noble and all the brother? Boy, but yeah, man. I mean, you know, we need to wake up. We need to wake the hell up and see reality for what it is. You know, and stop blaming other people for our problems and create our own path. You know, as we call in religion, our righteous path, where we would be able to best serve and protect each other instead of depending on somebody else, especially in some type of kind of drastic, dire situation. Since we're speaking on the topic concerning these times right now that we're experiencing, which is called the COVID-19 or the virus, however they want to put that or whatever, but, you know, I'm just saying, we need to correct this virus we got going on as a people. That's the most important thing we need to worry about. You know, because, I mean, it's just, it's twisted. It really is twisted, brother. And once again, I'll pass my mic on.
Well, on that note, well, you're welcome. On that note, we're going to call it a night. I want to thank Brother Taalik and Sister Nova and Brother Gary for joining us tonight. Just wanted to get together for a special coronavirus edition, talk. Because I know a lot of us are on quarantine. You don't have nothing else better to do anyway, really. You're all locked up. So, thanks for joining us. Thanks for listening. The chat room was really, really quiet. I don't know why everybody got so quiet, but everybody just got quiet. But it's all gravy. This was a good. Huh? Oh, you right there, Gary? Did you want to say something before we split?
I can't hear it because I got this ragged ass damn Bluetooth. I can barely hear it. Sounds so muffled and whatever and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like what I do is I keep two phones. And what I'm doing is I'm listening to y'all to the platform through my Bluetooth, through my radio.
Yeah.
But when it's time for me to talk, like I'm doing now, I use my other phone, but it's one of those stupid three Bluetooth radios that go, Bluetooth headsets that go around your neck.
Yeah.
And it sounds the authority.
Uh-huh.
You know, but I'm sitting here listening. You know.
Okay.
Brother Taalik going and saying what he's saying.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Sister Nova, are you still there? I don't know. But I thank you for joining us, Brother Gary and Sister Nova and Brother Taalik. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. And hopefully we'll do this again and do it the other way. When I'm at home, we can do a better live, live stream. So on that note, everybody, thank you for listening. Jot down your comments, subscribe, like if you want to. You know how we do it here. As Don Cornelius always said, I wish us important. Wish you love, peace, and soul.
So, hey, Brother Taalik, hold on. Give me a call any time. Always, I sat there and listened to the whole thing patiently. I know sometimes I talk my ass out, but I sat there and listened to every word that you and Khalid and you and Sister Nova said. But thank you for y'all input, y'all insights, and, especially with this situation that's going on right now, whatever and stuff, man. But thank y'all.
You're welcome.
And peace. And brother, I will keep watching your videos also too, Gary, and I will be in contact with you also. Indeed, brother. Indeed. Thank you.
Hey, Brother Gary. Hey, Brother Gary, say hello to Domino for me. I like that little dog. He be making some funny faces.
Yeah, Domino too much, man.
Yeah.
He's a positive regard in my life, man. So, but y'all be good and holler at me and let me know next time y'all got something going on, Brother Taalik. And good and well, I will, participate, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
God bless you. Keep it 100. And y'all keep always try to improve your own lives and whatever and stuff. And don't let nobody, motherfucker. I mean, we all human beings. We're gonna have people that's gonna things that are external in our lives, society, nature, the coronavirus and whatever and stuff. But ultimately, like I always told Brother Taalik this all the time, you are the ultimate one that's responsible in your life and whatever to make, with the trajectory that goes off in our life, it is you. Make the best out of it. We're human beings. We're going to falter. We're going to do this. And, it's all about bringing ourselves up. And let's be optimistic. Now, I can't tell you what y'all need to do. But the bottom line is, thank y'all. Holler at me. Hey, much love to y'all.
Yes, sir.
Peace. And much love. Later.
Much love back to you, Brother Gary. Peace, everybody.